With Jupiter in Cancer in the first house, a person is likely to be generous, warm, and nurturing. This placement amplifies emotional sensitivity, instilling strong protective instincts for loved ones and a notable sense of empathy. Their personality tends to be welcoming and comforting, making others feel at ease. In relationships, they might crave emotional security and seek partners who provide stability. Their caring nature means they're excellent at nurturing relationships, but they might struggle with dependency or codependency issues. They need to remember to maintain a sense of self when deeply linked with another person. Given the career influence of Jupiter in Cancer in the first house, roles that require caretaking or offering emotional support, such as teaching, healthcare, or counseling, are potentially suitable. This placement also suggests a heightened intuition that can be useful in decision-making roles in business. Strengths associated with this placement include a genuine love for helping people, strong empathy, and a keen intuition. This individual tends to see the best in people and situations, which can brighten any workplace or social scenario. Challenges include emotional vulnerability and struggle to set boundaries, which can lead to burnout in both personal relationships and careers. It could also push the individual to become overly dependent on others for emotional validation and support. This placement offers personal growth through the lesson of balancing self-care with caring for others. Learning to create a solid emotional foundation for themselves without relying solely on others is a critical lesson for those with Jupiter in Cancer in the first house. Having Jupiter in Cancer in the second house can be very impactful on one's personality, relationships, and career. This placement suggests that the individual may be security-focused, highly intuitive, and generous. In personal relationships, they may deeply value emotional connections and consistently offer support to others. They are often sensitive to others' feelings and prioritize establishing secure environments. Career-wise, this placement indicates a potential for success in areas involving real estate, caregiving, food industry, or any profession offering emotional or financial security to others. Their hiring instincts are often accurate, signifying a good eye for potential in others. Materials or financial gains might come from industries associated with home, family, or land. One of their main strengths is their nurturing nature, which can create strong bonds and foster trust. However, a challenge could be their tendency to be overly protective of their possessions, which may stem from their intense focus on security. Overcoming this challenge requires learning to place trust in others, as well as understanding that security is about more than physical possessions or wealth. A significant personal growth lesson for those with Jupiter in Cancer in the second house is to realize that while wealth and possessions can bring comfort, true security comes from emotional balance, healthy relationships, and inner peace. They need to remember that it is their innate nurturing spirit and their ability to make others feel safe and cared for, which truly enriches their lives. Having Jupiter in Cancer in the third house suggests an individual who is deeply nurturing and rooted in their emotions. They are likely to display sincerity and an intuitive understanding of the people around them. Their communication style leans towards the gentle and compassionate, often with an interest in family matters and local communities. As a nurturing personality, they tend to get involved in relationships that allow them to express their caring nature. They prefer partners who appreciate their love for family and communication. However, their emotional depth can also lead to being easily hurt if misunderstood or overlooked. In terms of career, they may thrive in roles that involve communication, teaching, and nurturing. Healthcare, teaching, or counseling could suit them well. Industries relating to home or family products and services can also be beneficial due to their interest in such matters. Strengths associated with this placement include exceptional communication skills and an ability to comprehend and support others' emotions. They have a gift for making people feel comfortable and understood. Their challenges are often linked to being overly emotional or taking things too personally. The personal growth lesson for this placement is learning how to balance emotional openness with self-protection. They will benefit from understanding that not all communication needs to be deeply emotional, and it's okay to have casual, light-hearted interactions. Similarly, they need to understand that they can show care and connect with others without sacrificing their emotional well-being. This placement signifies a strong emotional connection to home, family, and roots. The person is likely to be deeply intuitive, compassionate, and nurturing. There is an inherent sense of empathy and understanding towards others, making them reliable caretakers. Challenges could include a difficulty in detaching from emotional situations, excessive sensitivity, or propensity to cling to the past. This tendency may contribute to difficulty letting go of old patterns, and can sometimes result in emotional manipulation. In relationships, they likely seek security and comfort, and might try hard to make their home environment calming and nurturing. However, the struggle to detach from the past could lead to demanding or controlling behavior. It's important for them to learn the balance between providing emotional support and becoming overbearing. Regarding career, this placement may suggest a knack for professions requiring empathy, nurturing, or understanding such as counseling, real estate, or within the nursing or care professions. They can also excel in fields related to history, archaeology, or any profession that requires connecting with roots or ancestry. Strengths include resilience, intuition, deep emotional understanding, and a focus on home and family. Their tendency to cling to the past and emotional vulnerability are potential weaknesses needing a balanced understanding and better management. Personal growth can be achieved through learning to let go of past baggage, embracing the present, and establishing healthy emotional boundaries. Recognizing that their nurturing capability is a strength, not a weakness, can also support personal development. Having Jupiter in Cancer in the 5th house suggests a personality with a strong and protective emotional core. This person is attracted towards domesticity and security, and they value feelings and intuition. They're often nurturing, generous, sympathetic, and caring, and they have a knack for making people feel at home. Their strengths in empathy, understanding, and comforting others often make them beloved by those who know them. In relationships, they're dedicated and loyal. They're seeking not just companionship, but a deep emotional connection. They often make terrific parents or caregivers thanks to their inherent nurturing nature. In terms of challenges, they might struggle with oversensitivity or becoming overly attached to people or things. They might be prone to worry excessively about those they care about. Overcoming these challenges often involves learning to let go, trust others, and build independence. In career, they often shine in fields where they can use their nurturing abilities. They might be attracted to roles that involve caring for others such as teaching, nursing, childcare, or counseling. Any role that allows them to create a sense of safety and comfort would be fulfilling for them. The growth lesson for them is finding a balance between protecting those they care about and encouraging independence and self-reliance in others. They must learn not to let their strong emotions overshadow their own needs. Over time, they may learn to appreciate the strength and wisdom they gain from the challenges and lessons they encounter, and ultimately this awareness improves their emotional resilience. The Jupiter in Cancer in the 6th house signifies a strongly nurturing and caring individual who loves to aid others. This placement leads to an inherent desire for service and responsibility, often resulting in a caregiver or healer role. Intuitively understanding others' emotions, they can be truly devoted to their work and often seek careers in healthcare, social work, child care, or nursing. In relationships, their nurturing qualities transfer. They show deep emotional involvement and support, often putting others' needs above their own. They value their partner's feelings and prioritize a peaceful, harmonious, and stable environment. This placement, however, poses challenges. They may become over-involved in other people's problems, leading to a lack of self-care. They could also have difficulty setting boundaries and may be prone to worry too much about health matters. Their strengths are compassion, dedication, and nurturing skills. They are adept at comforting and healing, with a strong sense of responsibility. For personal growth, learning to set boundaries while maintaining their caring nature is crucial. They also must balance their desire to help others with an understanding that self-care isn't selfishness. Practice allowing others to solve their problems might help avoid being overwhelmed. To alleviate worries, adopting a healthy lifestyle and understanding that they cannot control everything are necessary steps. In career aspects, roles centered around care and nurturance would be fitting. Staying aware of their tendency to overworry about health can keep them from unnecessary anxiety. In conclusion, Jupiter in Cancer in the 6th house is a deep, nurturing presence, best holistically managed with self-care, healthy boundaries, and conscious compassion. Having Jupiter in Cancer in the 7th house represents a personality that is nurturing, caring, and generous, often prioritizing emotional connections in relationships. It suggests strong attachment to family and home, and the potential to grow through fostering a sense of belonging for others. In relationships, this placement indicates an individual who seeks emotional depth and security. They might attract partners who can help them feel protected, or who need nurturing themselves. Cooperation and compromise are important. They may enjoy shared activities, especially those related to home and family. Conflict avoidance could be an issue, they'd rather harmonize than fight. As for career influences, individuals with this placement might thrive in professions that require empathy, counseling, or caring for others. Real estate, interior design, or any role related to homes and families could be a good fit. Businesses partnerships can be successful, but they must involve mutual care and respect. Strengths for these individuals include their ability to unify people, their emotional intelligence, and their knack for creating a welcoming environment. However, they may face challenges, such as becoming overly dependent on partners, or using emotional manipulation as a defense mechanism. Personal growth can come from becoming more self-reliant, understanding that emotional support needs to be reciprocal, and using their nurturing strengths to benefit not just loved ones, but a wider community. They also need to learn that conflict is a normal part of relationships and not to be avoided at all costs. Through these lessons, they can develop deeper emotional maturity and expand their positive impact. Someone with Jupiter in Cancer in the 8th house may display a deep, emotional intensity. This placement often suggests a generous, caring personality with strong intuition and empathy. They have a knack for forming deep, meaningful relationships and can be protective of loved ones. In relationships, they might tend to be nurturing and supportive. They might also seek partners that offer them emotional security, comfort, and stability. They possess the ability to intuitively understand others' emotions, making them wonderful sources of solace and comfort. This astrological placement can influence a person's career towards fields associated with the 8th house, such as finance, psychology, or crisis management. Careers dealing with deep emotional issues or support services could also be fulfilling for them. A strength associated with this placement is their emotional resilience and ability to transform after undergoing intense emotional experiences. They are often blessed with a sort of emotional intelligence that helps them understand and navigate complex emotional landscapes. Challenges could arise from their deep emotional intensity. Sometimes their emotions might overwhelm them, leading to mood swings which they must learn to manage. They might also struggle with letting go of people or situations due to their protective nature. Personal growth may come through mastering the management of their deep and sometimes overwhelming emotions. They need to learn that it's okay to let go and that change is a part of life. Overall, this placement indicates a journey towards understanding the depths of emotions and how they shape a person's life. Jupiter in Cancer in the 9th house suggests a personality with a deep sense of intuition, emotional intelligence, and a strong desire for personal growth. Individuals with this astrological placement may have a natural affinity for understanding others' feelings, making them skillful at imparting wisdom and advice. They value the emotional connections they have with others, often fostering close, enduring relationships. When it comes to relationships, they are usually nurturing and protective. They crave emotional security and undying loyalty. Yet, they may struggle with vulnerability, finding it hard to open up or share their own feelings. This struggle could lead to occasional emotional conflict or misunderstanding. In terms of career, they may find personal satisfaction and success in professions related to teaching, counseling, law, or religion. Their emotional intelligence can make them adept at occupations that involve understanding and managing the needs of others. Moreover, their natural propensity for exploration and personal growth may draw them to pursuits or roles involving travel or cultural exploration. Strengths associated with Jupiter in Cancer in the 9th house include a strong intuition, a nurturing nature, and the ability to understand others emotionally. However, the challenges to expect are difficulty expressing personal vulnerabilities and possible overprotectiveness. Personal growth lessons for these individuals may involve learning to open up emotionally and to channel their protective nature towards constructive ends. By doing so, they can enrich their personal relationships and harness their emotional strengths more effectively. People who have Jupiter in Cancer in the 10th house are often seen as nurturing, ambitious, and socially conscious. Their personality idealizes family, community, and making a positive impact. They seek comfort and emotional security, valuing personal growth nurtured from their roots and experiences. In relationships, they are guided by emotional sentiments, relying on intuition and empathy. This can lead to exceptionally strong bonds, but also potential oversensitivity. They tend to dive deep emotionally in relationships, striving to create a secure and nurturing environment for loved ones. Career choices influenced by this placement may involve professions associated with caregiving, social work, real estate, and food industry. Their career is an extension of their home and family values, pushing them towards roles that make people feel cared and provided for. The strengths of this placement include a positive outlook, emotional intelligence, and strong nurturing instincts. However, Challenges may manifest in overprotectiveness or a tendency towards emotional manipulation. A potential for complacency may also present itself. These individuals must resist the lure of achieving enough rather than striving for their true ambitions. Lessons for personal growth imply learning to set emotional boundaries, balancing nurturing instincts and maintaining personal emotional health. By valuing their vulnerability instead of concealing it, these individuals can reach new heights of personal and professional success. They should also learn to distinguish between the necessity of emotional security and overdependence on others for validation or support. Jupiter in Cancer in the 11th house means a person values nurturing relationships and close friendships. They are likely to be more of a caretaker in their group, often providing emotional support to others. This placement suggests high levels of empathy and care. With this astrological placement, individuals may have a preference for a tight-knit community and show a high interest for social causes. They might often choose to support groups in need and promote social welfare. This makes them warm, understanding, and protective of their loved ones and their community. In terms of career influences, these individuals may thrive in professions like social work, counseling, or jobs that relate to humanitarian causes. The ability to understand emotional undercurrents can also serve them well in careers such as psychology or psychiatry. Strengths of this placement include being nurturing, caring, sociable, and empathetic. They are excellent in building and maintaining close relationships. Their tendency to place high importance on communal welfare might bring about positive changes in the community they are part of. However, challenges might arise due to their high levels of empathy. They might struggle to set boundaries, resulting in emotional drain. It's crucial to learn to differentiate between helping and enabling, and to not overextend themselves emotionally and physically. Personal growth lessons include learning to balance care for others with self-care. It's important for these individuals to ensure they are not neglecting their own emotional and physical well-being while caring for others. Similarly, they may need to learn that they cannot be all things to all people, cultivating the ability to say no when necessary. A person with Jupiter in Cancer in the 12th house is likely to have a deep and intuitive understanding of emotions. This individual tends to be empathetic, compassionate, and values their privacy and solitude. This placement suggests a nurturing personality and an ability to care for others, which can create strong, protective relationships in their personal life. They often have a sensitive nature and might be drawn to helping professions or spiritual pursuits. However, it's important for this individual to maintain boundaries as they can easily absorb emotions. They may deal with periods of isolation or struggle with feelings of loneliness. They must learn to balance their need for solitude with healthy social interactions. For career, they might thrive in fields such as psychology, counseling, nursing, social work, or spiritual leadership where their compassionate and intuitive nature can be utilized. Strengths of this placement include a strong intuitive sense, emotional depth, and ability to connect with others. Challenges might include a tendency towards isolation, emotional absorption, and difficulties in setting boundaries. Personal growth comes from learning to balance their needs for solitude and social connection, navigating their emotional landscape without being overwhelmed, maintaining healthy boundaries and utilizing their empathetic nature constructively in their careers. Their life journey is about making the invisible visible, turning their inner world sensitivities and wisdom into real-world healing and help.